What is going on, guys? It's Frozen Vein here, and welcome to my Noob's Guide to Der Eisendrache. This has been way overdue. It's like 4 months now since Der Eisendrache. But yeah, like I said before, this is gonna be basically a Noob's Guide because the Xbox and the PC are finally getting Der Eisendrache. I'm so happy that they finally get it. Can't believe that's been a month, and I honestly wish that Activision kind of went with everyone gets the DLC on time, so everyone can play the map at the same time, so we don't have to wait around and stuff. But yeah, let's get into my strategy guide of Der Eisendrache. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is defeat the dragons. Now, obviously, this is probably one of the things that's the most tedious, I think. This is probably the most tedious part of Der Eisendrache is defeat the dragons, and with the early rounds it gets really slow. It's quite slow, and with stuff you got to make sure that you pay everything, and the doors are quite expensive, so just kind of keep that in mind. You make sure you got to defeat all those dragons. I personally suggest you get that done before round 5 or 6. It's really easy, but like I said, it's tedious, and it can be actually get a bit difficult once you get hordes of zombies and you only have like a pistol, try and knife them, and you're trying not to like hit zombies while basically go through other zombies and get like multi kills, because the dragon only eats one by one, like the dog from All of the Dead. So yeah, there's that. Alright, so the next thing you want to do is to make sure that you basically build all the buildables. So that means the Ragnarok and the GG4. And so the rocket shield is probably the easiest to build. I suggest you do this while you're on your way throughout your while you're doing the dragons, like right when you enter the room, where the main rooms where the dragons are. That's usually where the parts are located. So make sure you do that, and like I said before, make sure you get everything done, like the DG4 and DG4 you can't really do until around 12. But like I said, for the first part where you have to camp the launch pad, basically you have to hit this activation and then you have to go back. You want to make sure that you get that done early. I suggest you get that done early, actually. You don't have to do it, you can do it a bit later, but I prefer you do it, especially if you're like saying go for like a bow. If you're upgrading the bow, you might, and you try to get something like you're having the lightning bow and you have to shoot that building. Just stay down there. It's best to stay down there and just wait for the launch pad to rocket to test fire, and then you can grab the parts. So it's really easy and you can get that early on. But like I said, just make sure you get everything done, and yeah, that's my second tip. Alright, so the third tip for you guys is to upgrade the bows. Now the bows, depending on what you want, and depending what you're playing, it will be different. So if you're playing solo, I highly recommend the lightning bow. The lightning bow is probably the most powerful in terms of damage, and it's basically the most powerful, and it's the greatest solo bow out of the 4. So yeah, if you're playing co-op, obviously the guy who's using the lightning, everyone's gonna try to take the lightning bow because it's probably the best bow in general. But the wolf bow is not bad. If you're getting the wolf bow, it's really easy. It's great for like newcomers who have no idea what they're doing with the map, and just tell them how to make the bow. It's really easy, like I said before, and you can do it for them if you want to. The fire and the void bow take a little bit more skill. They're not as powerful as, say, the wolf bow or the lightning bow. However, I think it's pretty good, especially if you're going to the high rounds. But I strongly go against them the upgraded bows if you're going to use them against the Panzer, because the Panzer, like, literally it will suck the arrows inside of it. It's just that none of the bows are really effective against the Panzer, and that goes into my next topic, is how to kill the Panzer, because the Panzer can be tedious, especially in the later rounds. So for the later rounds, for weapon selection, I suggest going with a bow and a shotgun or a ray gun, because the haymaker or the brecci, because the haymaker and the brecci just absolutely decimate the Panzer. Pop shocks also works really well, as you know, but it's a mega gobble gum, and yeah. So like I said, just try to find ways to kill the Panzer, easy ways. Like I said, shotgun is a great way if you don't have pop shocks, but if you do, make sure you strap that on. That will free up a slot for you so you can use like an LMG, whatever. And yeah, next up, let's talk about camping tactics. Now, this is probably not camping tactics, considering I suggest you guys try to camp in one of the hallways, or like where the Wonder Sphere is, one of the Wonder Sphere locations. Those are usually the best camping places when you're co-oping. If you're soloing, however, I suggest you camp in the teleporter, as it's probably one of the best. I think it's the best solo camping spot in the entire game of Eisendrache. It's really good, it's really open, and if you have a lightning bow, you can just tear zombies apart, and if you need to, you can teleport back if you're in a sticky situation. You can kill zombies in the way. And the best part is the Panzer comes in only 2 locations, so once you hear a Panzer come, you can just go up there, shoot the Panzer with your haymaker or whatever, and just absolutely destroy him even before he comes down. So yeah, as for training spots, and I know a lot of you like to train, I would suggest going the low gravity room or the courtroom. The low gravity room is good, but it's not great. The low gravity room can be a bit tedious because it's a tight corners. Even though it looks large, it's tedious because it's it's close quarters and you can get stuck pretty easily. And especially with the low gravity, if you try to wall run, the zombies will try to hit you from, like, basically jump. They'll be a straight LeBron James and just like straight up dunk you in a sense. So like so low gravity is a good option, but it's not the best. The courtroom, however, I think is the best option. Although it is smaller than the low gravity room, I think you could do well. It's very good for training tactics, as well as because it's basically a circle. The low gravity room is also a circle, but it has like an 8. It's basically like a figure 8, but the courtroom is a circle, so you can just circle around, use your lightning bow, and it's really easy. And especially when the Panzer spawns, it only spawns in basically like 2 locations. It's really easy. Just pull out the haymaker or whatever, and just shoot him down. Easy. Also use your Ragnarok, because the Ragnarok can be really effective against Panzers, as it can basically stun them, and also against zombies as well, as you just bash them if you need to. And I believe it has unlimited use, because even after you use it, there's times where sometimes where it will not expire, so literally you can use it forever until you let go of it. So yeah. And as for perks, quick revive, Juggernaut, a necessity. Widow's Wine is definitely a great choice to have, even though it's extremely rare to get in the Wonder Fizz. It is probably the best defensive, best camping perk. Electric Cherry I wouldn't recommend as much unless you're just trying to go for if you're just playing with like regular weapons and you're not going for bows. But other than that, I wouldn't recommend Electric Cherry, as you don't really reload with the bow. Double tap is good because it actually does help the bow go faster and help you shoot the bow faster. And speed cola is good. Stamina up is good. Stamina up. So for my personal setup, I would choose for solo. I would choose quick revive, jug, double tap, and Widow's Wine. Double tap or stamina up, depending on what I choose. Or if I can't get Widow's Wine, I'll get Stamina Up and get Double Tap as well. So, yeah, like I said, it's completely up to you. For co-op, like I said, it's up to you. Widow's Wine, though, really good. Just saying, really good. And Double Tap is quite effective with the bow. So, yeah, those are basically all of my camping, all my tips and tricks on how to do well in Eisendrache. So, hopefully you guys enjoy. Like the video if you did. I will be doing these for the next few DLCs. Just don't expect it to be this late into the actual like launch day of the DLCs. So like PS4, we got like 3-4 weeks already for 4 weeks. So yeah, don't expect that late of a delay of this guide. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.